Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sallystampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you my small bottle box. Perfect gift for the male, or you could alter it up and do female. But yeah, perfect gift for our male recipients, family, friends, co-workers, whoever. It is literally just a little tag. It's a remake of a project I made many years ago, but I have actually adapted this. For some strange reason I made it in so many different parts and it was really quite complicated, but as you can see, this just holds, I mean, this is a small bottle of red. I also have a white that will fit just the same here too. But yeah, a perfect little gift. Again, you can make this for a thank you gift or a retirement gift, anything really. You know, just pop it to a neighbour to say thank you for something. But yeah, and it's relatively inexpensive because at least it's a small bottle. But as I say, I did make this a few years ago and for some reason used 3 pieces of card to make the base. Far too complicated. Let's simplify things and use one sheet. So 11.5 by 8, 20 by 29 centimetres. And then with your simply scored, long side we're just simply going to score at 2 and 4 inches, 5 and 10 centimetres. We're then going to rotate anti-clockwise, and on the short side we're going to score at 1, 3, 5 and 7 inches, and that will be 2.5, 7.5, 12.5 and 17.5 centimetres. Okay, get rid of that. Okay. Fold and burnish these lovely score lines, and I'm using He's the Man. So I've only got a couple of weeks this month where I'll be doing everyday occasions, shall we say, and then after that I'll be doing Christmas all the way to Christmas because it's not far now. So yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? So once you have done all of that, ruler time, you then need your ruler, and on the line, not the edge, the next score line in, you are going to mark 2 inches or 5 centimetres up the side, and then from that point there you're going to go at an angle up to the next score line. Okay, so you can see that, and then we're going to repeat that on the other side. So 2 inches or 5 centimetres from your first score line across up to the top of the next one. That's all you need to do for that bit. Then we need to do some cutting, so let me just move that out of the way. So I'm going to start with the base here, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut this middle section initially. So I'm going to cut down here to the second score line. Okay, and then we're going to use this square here as a tab. Okay, so we're going to go across here all the way, and then let's take a wedge and a wedge, and we're also going to wedge just that piece there, and then I'm actually just going to take a little bit off as well. Okay, so we're going to repeat that now on this side. So take the first score line across all the way, wedge one side, wedge this side, putting away this little section, and a wedge there, and then just take a little piece off. So you're now left with this shape at the bottom. Then where your score line is here, you want to cut across to that score line, create yourself a wedge, and then we're going to cut along this line. Now you've got two options. You can use your trimmer or whatever other means you want to use, or you can just use some scissors. As long as you're steady and keep the line, then it's fine. So I'm going to do the same again this side, so across to that point where the score line starts, and then we're going to cut the angle all the way down. Trying to keep it on that mark. There we go. So you're now left with what looks like some Star Wars spaceship, I guess. Okay, so want to add some DSP. So just on the inside here, I have a strip that will sit just like so, and this is 7 1/4 by 1 3/4, or 18.5 by 4.5 centimetres. Pop that inside there, and then if you flip this over, you need a square for the front here, and that will be 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 inches, or 4.5 by 4.5 centimetres. I'm just going to pop that on, and then we can glue these up. So I would advise you do these two bits first here, because these are going to just overlap at the bottom here. You might need to trim them a little more. I'll just give that just a second. Oh, crumbs. Every time I use wet glue I do that. It drives me crackers. Right. Fold that over. Just make sure your edges here are equal. I'm just going to get rid of that because it will end up going on my project. Let's just put that there for a second while I do this. And then these two pieces obviously just go up onto this side here. Now you may find when you do this, I mean I've just completely by look than judgment here. Make sure you push that bottom bit down as well. Yeah, you may find that when you come, I might have to get the old pegs out, when you come to put this piece together, you might find that your angle isn't quite right here, so you might just have to trim a little bit. As I say, I've been rather fortunate here that it's actually just gone right. But yeah, just push down to make sure those bases are level. Okay, and that's your box. I mean, obviously pop your wine in and it'll hold that base secure as well, just while you do your tag. Let's get rid of that. So for your tag, you need a piece of card that is 2 by 6 or 5 by 15. And then, oh, crumbs. Unfortunately, you do need your trimmer for this one. You just need to score on the long side at 1 15/16 of an inch, or 4.8 centimetres. So what did I say? 1 15/16. It's just because it's obviously a fraction shorter to fit in the box, because if it was the same size it wouldn't fit. Let's get rid of that. Okay, fold and burnish that bit. Then your DSP for the front is 1 3/4 by 3 3/4 inches, or 4.5 by 10. Of course, if you want to, you know, do corner rounding and any other form of decoration, then you feel free. I'm not though. So layering circles I have here, and you just need, that one, yes. I just went with the scalloped circle. It is the smallest one. I found it, if you use the non-scalloped one, well, I just don't think it looks quite as pretty, and plus it kind of coordinates with the tag, because so yeah, that's why I went with that one. So move them out of the way, and then let's just quickly run this through. Now if you've got a circle punch that's the right size, then obviously that's far easier to use. We don't have them anymore, so I can't, but yeah, that will just sit like so. And to be honest, you actually don't need to run your thing all the way through. You hear that clonk, it means it's gone through. Felt like I'd knocked something on the floor then. So let's just remove that, put that die over there. If you want to utilise this for something on your tag, then you can do. Waste not, want not. Oh, crumbs. And then using the all that dies, so I'll have to get that blinking machine out again. I've obviously used that circle to die cut a label, so we'll just go back and get this out again because I'm just not with it clearly. So I'm just going to run that bit through, and again I'm not going to run it all through because I don't need to impress all the cardstock, etc. Get rid of that, move that, I need that, get rid of that. Okay, and then all that's left now is my, I'm going to go with Happy Birthday to a Classic because I do like that. I think it's quite nice. Block, early espresso. It's just a very simple stamp and image, this one, but I quite like it. Get rid of that. And then I just need, oh, have I got any standard? Oh, crumbs. I'm just looking for, oh yes I have, some dimensionals. So I'm going to add just one to the top and to the bottom there, and then I actually used a little bit of the Early Espresso Faux Suede trim. I just thought it added just a little bit of a tab. Is that big enough? Yeah, that'll be okay. Pop that back on my shelf. It's one less thing to put away later. And a couple of glue dots. So glue dot there. Pop that. Just check it's the right place. There we go, that works perfectly. And I'm going to put one over the top just to, or for me, just to ensure that it's secure, really. And then remember, when you're putting this on, that a little bit of the bottom tucks into the box, so you don't want to be putting this too low down. So I'm going to go for there, just so you can still see that car at the top there. And then bring your box in, remove your pegs, and this should sit nicely over the top and tuck in the bottom. And there you have it. There you have your small bottle. Oh, I forgot to put these on, didn't I? Nearly forgot. A couple of these lovely rustic metallic dots. So I think I did a couple of the, oh, crumbs, larger ones on here. And then just a couple of the small ones on the top here, like so. There we go, that's better. So there they are, my small bottle boxes. Hope you like them. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all again soon.